Hello, Langley. I'm going to talk to you about the four different courses under the umbrella of U.S. history, starting with AP U.S. history. So AP U.S. history is somewhat similar to AP World in that it's college level text, college level pace, college level expectations in some ways, and our base text is called American History. The author is Alan Brinkley, and students will read roughly 30 chapters over the course of a year, so that doesn't mean that there's a chapter due every night. But it does mean that when there's a college level text, it means that the students need to make sure that they are reading, comprehending, taking good notes, and working to understand the details. There's a supplemental text too in AP US as well as in dual enrollment, which I'll speak about in a minute. And that's Carl Degler's Out of Our Past. And the Degler text is more arguments about interpreting American history. Students will read it after they've read much of the Brinkley and done class lessons. So the supplemental text is really after they've already read the textbook, already had class time to digest a lot of the history, but those are the two base texts in AP US history. And with dual enrollment, there's a different base text. It's Henrietta's America's History, so Henrietta is the author, but again, DE also uses Degler as their supplemental text. Both are college level, to reiterate. And anyone taking DE or AP is going 2 levels up. If they were in 10th grade and took what's called the standard class, it's 2 levels up. So we know that honors is in between at a 0.5 grade bump, in other words. So DE is similar to AP with the weighting, and the pace is a little bit different in that they have a final exam in June. The AP students have a national exam in May. So the AP course is going to be sped up some, but the AP course doesn't have a midterm or a final exam in the same way that DE is designed. So again, the pace is a little bit different, but it's not a fundamental difference between those two courses. Honors has a different textbook, so it is not the DE textbook and it is not the AP textbook. It's called United States and Virginia History. And the pace of that class is not the level of AP or DE, but they'll have a lot of depth. And the assessments in honors, so again, the assessments in honors are a combination or alternating between more project-based and more traditional. And then the fourth course is VUSH, so Virginia and United States History. It's often what we'll call a standard level class. And that class uses the same textbook as honors, but typically the pace will be a little bit slower than what it is in honors. And otherwise, that's an overview of the 4 courses, but a recurring theme, certainly in 11th grade, more so at honors, DE, and AP, but definitely for all 4 it still counts, is this idea of students as juniors really taking more independence and ownership for their learning and for reaching out for help, and to make sure that their reading comprehension skills are within a band to be prepared for each of these courses.